You've heard the rumors. Gun stores are clearing shelves and people are driving hours to find what they want. This isn't hype. Right now, the market is behaving like a heat-seeking missile for pistols that deliver the best balance of reliability, capacity, and carryability for the money. Buyers aren't chasing logos so much as real-world performance. Can it run when you need it? Can it carry enough rounds? And can you shoot it well under pressure? Today on Trigger Troubles, we cut through the marketing and show you 10 pistols Americans are actually buying in 2025. The guns that empty shelves the fastest and create real wait lists at dealers. I'll tell you why each one sells quickly, what it actually feels like to own one, and how much buyers are paying today. Stay with me. Number 1 will surprise some of you. Number 1, Glock 19 Gen 5, the practical workhorse. If there's a baseline for what a utility pistol should be, the Glock 19 Gen 5 is the standard most people measure against. It's compact enough to carry under a jacket or in a strong side holster, yet large enough to be comfortable for full throttle shooting, 15 rounds in the magazine, and a design that tolerates less than perfect maintenance without complaint. The Gen 5 removed finger grooves for a more universal fit, added ambidextrous controls for left and right-handed shooters, and brought the marksman barrel to tighten groups without turning the pistol into a specialist tool. What seals the deal is the ecosystem. Holsters, sights, barrels, triggers, everything you need to adapt it for concealed carry, duty, or competition is already on the shelf. Typical street prices today generally appear in the $540 to $950 band, depending on model, finish, and region, which is part of why buyers who can find one often buys without hesitation. Dealers keep ordering G19s because they sell fast to people who want one gun that can truly do everything. Number 2, Sig Sauer P365 Tone Macro, capacity and performance in a small package. The P365 family changed the rules for what a micro pistol can be, and the P365X Macro takes that lesson further by offering surprising usable capacity in an extremely compact footprint. What matters most with micro pistols is how they behave when you start shooting quickly. And the Macro's ergonomics, sight radius, and trigger geometry let it perform closer to a mid-sized pistol than you'd expect from its size. It also comes optics ready in most factory configurations, which means buyers can add a red dot without a custom gunsmith job. That combination, near full-size performance in a pocketable frame, explains the customer patience and the wait lists. People will hold off upgrading other gear just to get one of these. Typical street listings for macro variants right now tend to be in the $660 to $900 range, depending on configuration and whether a compensator or optic is included. And that price premium reflects how many buyers value extra rounds without a larger footprint. Number 3, Springfield Hellcat Pro Comp OSP, tiny frame, big capacity. Springfield engineered the Hellcat series to solve a simple problem. How do you carry the most usable rounds without carrying a larger pistol? The Pro Comp OSP takes that solution and layers in a built-in compensator plus factory optics readiness. A compensator on a micro platform makes a tangible difference when you start pressing strings. It reduces muzzle rise and lets you get back on target faster, which is exactly what shooters chasing practical speed want. The Hellcat's grip and controls are tuned for real carry, not competition-only features. And when a Pro Comp OS bundle lands in a shop, it moves quickly because the package answers the carry versus capacity problem without forcing shooters to trade away concealability. Typical listing prices for these Pro Comp OSP packages are hovering around $600 to $800 at retailers, depending on bundles and promotions. And that price point is where a lot of buyers decide immediate performance is worth paying for. Number 4, Ruger Max 9, solid value with optics ready. Ruger stepped into the compact optics-ready market with the Max 9, and it did so by giving shooters the features they actually asked for. Factory optics, compatibility, a usable grip shape, and a sight picture that doesn't fight your eye. The Max 9 doesn't pretend to be a boutique piece. It's built as a practical tool that's approachable to new owners and satisfying to experienced shooters, who want a solid, modern compact at a fair price. Ruger's MSRP sits in a friendly mid-market band, and street listings commonly fall between roughly $330 to $560, depending on bundle and availability, which makes it an attractive buy for people who want optics-ready capability without the premium sticker. Ruger's strategy here is clear. Give shooters a reliable, adaptable compact, and they'll keep coming back for the next generation of the platform. Number 5. Canik TP9M Elite SC Big Box Package, Small Price. Canik's value proposition is straightforward. Pack features usually reserved for expensive pistols into a package that won't break the bank. The TP9 Elite SC often ships with multiple magazines, tooling for a red dot plate, and a trigger that feels crisp compared to other guns in its price bracket. That out-of-the-box performance means buyers don't have to spend extra to get a usable carry-ready pistol. The Elite SC arrives ready to run because it represents a practical shortcut to capable shooting without boutique pricing. It's become a favorite at dealers who want to move inventory quickly. Current market averages and retailer listings show the TP9 Elite SC sitting around $350 to $425 new, which is part of the reason it sells through when retailers restock. Number 6. Taurus G3C, the budget weapon that surprised people. Taurus quietly rebuilt its reputation with the G3 platform, and the G3C is the visible result. Approachable ergonomics, a smooth trigger, 12-round standard capacity, and a price point that opens the market to buyers who would otherwise wait. The G3C ships with 2 magazines in many configurations except optics, so owners often treat them as everyday options or backup guns to keep in multiple locations. Early adopters who reported solid reliability helped change perception, and once word spread, the demand curve moved rapidly. People buy these because, for many, they represent the least risky route to owning multiple dependable pistols. You'll see G3C listings commonly in the $230 to $260 range new, and that affordability is a key driver of its quick turnover when shipments arrive. Number 7. CZ-P10C Surprise Accuracy and Trigger. CZ built the P10C for shooters who want performance that feels purposeful. The pistol rewards fundamentals. The factory trigger breaks clean, the low-bore axis keeps the muzzle flat, and the ergonomics make point-of-aim intuitive. For people who prioritize how a gun shoots over brand buzz, the P10C often outperforms expectations for its price. And dealers note that these pistols are claimed quickly when shipments come in. In a market where many buyers are comparing feel on the range before they buy, the P10C's shootability gives it momentum. Typical market averages and dealer listings currently place the P10C in the $420 to $480 range new, and that sweet spot for performance and price explains why it's such a consistent mover. Number 8. Glock 43 XMOS, slim carry that still shoots. The Glock 43 XMOS solves a simple, persistent problem: how to have a slim, concealable pistol that still gives you a real grip and the ability to mount a red dot. The 43 XMOS keeps the 3-finger grip length many shooters prefer while slimming the profile for deep concealment. And the MOS option removes the need for aftermarket milling if you want to add optics. For buyers who refuse to sacrifice grip or follow-up speed for concealability, the 43 XMOS hits the sweet spot, and that's why many are willing to wait for it rather than compromise. Street and aggregator data commonly show 43 XMOS listings around $480 to $560 new, and premium bundles with optics or factory upgrades push above that. But buyers often consider that premium worth the immediate readiness the MOS platform provides. Number 9. Hi-Point C9, the budget phenomenon. It may feel counterintuitive, but Hi-Point C9 keeps moving because it gives a no-frills, budget-friendly defensive option with an industry-famous lifetime warranty. New shooters, people who want a simple truck or garage gun, and buyers hunting availability rather than brand cachet often opt for a C9 when higher-tier models are priced beyond reach. It's not a gun for polishing your technique to competition levels, but it is a predictable, low-cost defensive tool that many owners find adequate for basic needs. With MSRP and listing ranges commonly around $209 to $275 depending on trim, it remains the low entry door into firearm ownership. And that price accessibility is the core of why dealers still find a steady audience for C9s. Number 10, Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield Plus. Smith & Wesson solved a long-standing trade-off with the Shield Plus. How do you get meaningful capacity without the clunky bulk of a full double stack? The Shield Plus gives you 13 rounds in a package that still carries like a single stack. And it pairs that capacity with modern ergonomics and a trigger feel improved over earlier Shield variants. For people who want a truly concealable daily carry that doesn't force them to surrender rounds, the Shield Plus is an obvious choice. Optics-ready versions also let buyers add a red dot without losing the slim footprint. Manufacturer listings and dealer pricing commonly place many Shield Plus variants around $499 to $549 depending on options, and that positioning is why certain SKUs move quickly when they hit shelves. That's the list. 10 pistols that buyers are actually lining up for in 2025. The pattern is clear. People are buying guns that prioritize practical value over prestige. They want pistols that run reliably, take optics without drama, and hold meaningful capacity without forcing a bulky carry solution. When supply tightens, buyers make decisions quickly, but they buy what's available that fits those practical boxes. If this guide helped you narrow your search, hit like and subscribe to Trigger Troubles. We watch the market so you can make smarter buying choices and avoid overpaying for the wrong hardware.